Want to stay updated on all our videos? Click the subscribe button, click the bell button, that's it. With or without the fat. Now my fat don't look too bad now, but as soon as I sit down, just falls out everywhere. But I started to turn the camera up, so when I'm talking, you can't really see my fat. Y'all gonna see this quarantine fat today. I've tried to record this video a few times. I don't know what's going on with my camera today. The card is not full. The battery is full, fully charged. So this is me trying to record this video again. I started recording, it shut off, so it only got the last half. So now I got to remember what I talked about the first beginning. Okay, so you see the name of the video, this video, so you know what it's about. It's about black people supporting black companies, black businesses, black individuals. First, I'm going to tell you a little about me, a little history about me. This video is my own personal experience. I'm speaking from my own experience, what I've dealt with, what the experiences I've had with black people as being a business owner, as being a dancer. I haven't had a job in over 20-something years. I left my job in 1996, 97. So I haven't had a traditional 9-to-5 job since I stopped working back then. I went to Atlanta. I started dancing full time. I danced in Atlanta for a few years, I'll say 4 or 5 years. And then I left Atlanta and started dancing in other cities. Like I danced in Houston, I danced in Memphis, Baltimore, Philly, South Carolina, North Carolina, New Orleans, Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, you name it. I've probably danced there before. So I say that to say I moved around a lot, so my experiences wasn't just dealing with people in my own hood, like my own city or my own town. I was moving all over, so I dealt with people all over the United States, black people in all these cities. Most of the clubs I danced at were black-owned businesses. The customers, the people who frequent these clubs were 99% black people. It was 99% black men, some women, but I say we know majority of the guys, the people who come in these strip clubs are men. And you think about it, if I danced for, and I'm gonna say I danced for about 8-9 years. I really don't know how long I danced, but if I had to guess, I know it was around 8-9 years. If I danced that long, you got to think I was being supported for 8 to 9 years strictly by black people. So then you think I had bills, I had cars, I had motorcycles, I had my own place, clothes, and all of that. And it was good money. It was good money, and it was good money. It was the black dollar. It was coming from black people. I fast forward from that, and then I went into the whole Buffy the Body thing. Now, the same thing with Buffy the Body. I was traveling all over. I was even going out the country at this time because I was, getting booked to host events. Go talk on the mic. Hey, this is your girl, Buffy the Body. Thanks for coming out. That kind of stuff. I was doing magazines. I was doing the hosting. I was doing the clothing lines. I had my own calendars. I had my own DVDs. And who do you think was supporting me all of that time, all through the Buffy the Body era? Black people. Yep, you got it, black people. Again, it was majority men, but I did have a lot of female supporters as well. And they took me through the whole, the black people took me all through the dancing, all through the Buffy the Body. Okay, then it comes where when I sort of left out of the Buffy the Body scene, I was in the Bodynomics. And I know some of y'all may not remember Bodynomics, but some of y'all do remember. Bodynomics was like, sort of like fitness. What happened, I went and got certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. And I wanted to be an online personal trainer. I wanted to train, but I wanted to train online. Well, I sort of never did it. I thought I wanted to do it, but then I realized that wasn't something that I wanted to do. So I started doing YouTube videos, and this, I think, was around 2009 was the first time I put up a YouTube video. And I did the YouTube videos, and I was getting a lot of views and everything. And who do you think was supporting me on my YouTube channel when I first started that? Black people. Yeah, black people, you got it. Now, you know, it sort of switched from men to women. I had a lot more women fans at that point, but, you know, again, it was still black people. So I did the fitness. I was doing the fitness videos. So then I decided to, like, my first piece of apparel that I wanted to do was socks. And I don't know whether y'all remember the long knee socks that had the little fitness girl on the side with the big afro. That was the first piece of clothing, apparel, or whatever you want to call it, that I produced. And they sold well. And again, who do you think was buying them? Black people. So I went from the socks to the tights. And I know y'all remember the tights because I still have the tights. I still sell the tights now with the BrickBuilt down the leg and the BrickBuilt on the t-shirt. And that blew up. You know, everybody was like, oh, I want some. You know, I was shipping them all over. And I felt like back then, I was one of the very few, if not the only, black women who just had a full-fledged fitness company that actually produced their own fitness clothing. Like, I was doing all the designing and everything. These wasn't ready-made clothing that was coming from China or somewhere. I was actually designing these clothing myself with my own tag, my own, like, everything. Everything was well thought out by me and designed by me. So and the reason I went into that, and I ain't going to talk about that a lot, is because I felt like around that time a lot of the Nike, Adidas, and all of that didn't really fit women with hips and, you know, the big backside and the thick thighs and stuff. So I was like, you know, if I'm into fitness, we got to have something to wear. So that's what made me start doing the tights. So the tights came the shirt, and the shirt came, I started doing fitness accessories like squat belts, bands. I produced my own workout DVD. And again, who do you think was buying all this stuff? Bingo! Yes! You got it. Black women. Black women was buying all this stuff from me. Black women was supporting me. Black women was supporting me day in, day out, year in, year out. And so, from that, all of that, my company ended up changing names to BrickBuilt. And the whole reason I changed from Bodynomics to BrickBuilt is I couldn't trademark Bodynomics because some lady, some company in some part of, I think it was Texas or somewhere, had a name very similar, and she was into, I think, the whole fitness thing. So they wouldn't let me, the United States wouldn't let me trademark that name. So I had to come up with something else. And I'm like, and that's when BrickBuilt came about. And, you know, BrickBuilt is what my company is now, the name, the current name. Grew into, like, not only fitness, because I still know that everybody doesn't work out. So I went from fitness, which I still do fitness clothing, but I just sort of went into other things like regular clothing, casual wear, home decor, still do the fitness thing, earrings, weekend bags, passport covers, you know, you name it, I've probably tried it. But go back to the original, what this video is about. Again, it was black women or black people supporting me. It was the whole time. So if you look back from when I left my job in '96 and up until 2020, who's been riding with me the entire time? And that, like, when I just said that, who's been riding with me the entire time, it almost makes me emotional to even say that, because black people have always had my back. Always. From when I left my job until right now, they still got my back. So when I hear people say, black people don't support, black people don't do this, and black people don't do that, I don't know what you're talking about. I swear, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know your story. I can only talk about my story and what has went on with me. I've switched industries. I've changed. I evolved over the year. And who has been with me through the entire journey? Black people. I wouldn't be in the position that I am now if it wasn't for black people. So yes, we do stick together. We do stick together. We look out for each other. Yes, we do. I don't care what no one says. Like I said, I don't know anyone else's story, but I know that I've seen not only black people supporting me, I've seen them supporting, I know a few people personally that they support, that's been riding off the black dollar. And I couldn't be more appreciative. You know, it's been a long journey, but at the end of the day, they've always rode for me. They always been there for me. Like the people who follow me on Instagram, the people who follow me on Facebook. I'm like, what can I say? So I say this to business owners. One thing I didn't do, when I started my companies and decided to go in business myself, one thing I didn't do, I didn't depend on family. I see a lot of people on social media saying like, you know, my sister, or my cousin, or this person don't support me. What I have to say about that is when I started my business, I didn't look for family support. I didn't look for my sister to be breaking me off every week when she get paid to buy BrickBuilt. I wasn't looking for my niece to be breaking me off, or hey, I want to buy BrickBuilt. I wasn't looking for my brothers to buy stuff for their wives or whatever. I wasn't looking for my mother to. I really didn't. If they did it, that was fine. That was perfectly fine. If they wanted to support me, if they wanted to get out and talk about, hey, my sister doing this, my aunt is doing this or whatever. I never really depended on that. I depended on people that didn't know me. I reached out to, and that's why I don't do the whole BrickBuilt a lot on my personal page. I keep it on my business page because I don't want to have my sisters and my cousins, or well, I don't really have cousins, my sisters or my aunts or anything, nieces, thinking that I'm pushing, you know, sort of pushing BrickBuilt Bodynomics or whatever on them. I don't, because I want them to be a sister. I want my sister to be my sister. She don't have to be a customer. I want my niece to be a niece. She don't have to be a customer. I want my sister-in-law to be my sister-in-law. They don't have to be, I don't even have to talk to them about BrickBuilt, period. Because there's a million, gazillion, bazillion people in the world that I can talk to about BrickBuilt. I want to keep my family like my family. When we get together, we laugh, joke, we have a good time. It's not about business. I just wanted to keep my business sort of away from my business away from my family. I've always been like that. So, you know, if they're not supporting me, I don't feel a way about it. If my sister went and bought tights from Walmart, I wouldn't feel a way about that. If she went and bought tights from somewhere else, I wouldn't feel a way about that. My sisters, my aunts, or whoever. Now, I know my sisters, them, or my husband, or anybody, when they're out, they do, you know, if they know that, you know, they in a position where they can tell somebody about BrickBuilt, they do. But even if they did, it wouldn't bother me, because at the end of the day, I want my family to just stay my family. I don't want to fall out with no one because they're not supporting me. Even friends, even the few friends that I have, I don't have many. But I've never ever tried to convince them to, why you ain't supported me, or why you ain't came over here to do this, or you know I got this. Nope. If my friend called me right now and said that she was looking for some tights because she's going to the park this weekend to work out, I might tell her, like, I seen some cute tights on Amazon or something. That's just me though, because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm pushing my company on them. If they ask, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I got tights or something like that. Or, you know, I had a friend to buy some stuff for me, from me around Christmas for his wife. And I was appreciative of it, but I didn't push it on them. Hey, you know, buy it, do what you, and I see a lot of people fussing about that, or being upset about people not supporting them. It's just too many people in the world to support you other than your family. I'm not building a company off trying to get family support. If I started my company depending on my family, I would be super broke right now, okay? I would be completely broke. Family and friends, no. Nope. If they want to, they can. If they don't, I'm perfect. I promise you, I've never been in no kind of conflict with family or anything about my company. And that's what y'all need to look into. It's too many people out here to try to focus on the people right around you. Start your business page and go out and get the people in the world, the people that's out here. It's a lot of people that will support you. Your biggest supporter is always usually people that you don't even know. Like, your biggest cheerleaders are sometimes people that you don't even know. The people who go out and support you, BrickBuilt this, hey, y'all need to check out, are people that I don't even know. So that's what you need to focus on, and let your family be your family, baby. And that's probably all I had to talk about. And one more thing before I end this video. Give people something to support. That's like A1. Give people something to support. Try to run your business as if you was coming and you was buying something. How would you want someone to treat you? How would you want someone to handle you as a customer? And that's how I try to run my business. Now, you're not going to satisfy everybody. That's just absolutely, it won't happen. You won't satisfy everyone. But if you can try to satisfy everyone, that's good. Let that be your focus. Try to satisfy everyone, and try to treat people like as if you was the customer and you was coming and you was buying something. How would you want someone to treat you? You would want them to treat you like the people at Amazon treat you, right? You know, you want them to treat you like, if you call customer service at a big corporation, you want them to treat you like that, even though they may not be a big corporation, but still. And sometimes you got to work with some of these black companies and stuff, because, you know, just like me, I didn't know nothing about running a business when I first started this company. Not absolutely nothing. I had to learn. I went through mistakes. I went through policy changes. I went through everything. The same thing that everyone else go through. I had to go through it too, because I didn't have no mentor. I didn't have anyone holding my hand saying, okay, well, Buffy, you need to do this, or this is how you do this. No, I made a lot of mistakes. I've lost money. I've been, well, no, I've never been fined. Well, y'all know I've been sued. So it's really a learning game. It's really, if you don't have anyone to hold your hand and say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard in the beginning, but you learn. You got to read, you got to do your own research, because another thing, I reached out to people when I first started this company. Even when I first started my YouTube channel, I did reach out to people because I needed some type of guidance. I had questions. It was even a couple of people that I tried to work with right on YouTube channel, and they didn't even reply to my emails. Yeah, so you know, when you're trying to start something, just know that you might be in it yourself. You ain't gonna always have people to help you, because they might be trying to do the same thing you're doing, and they're gonna look at you as competition. But anyway, that's my gripe. Black people do support. Black people do have money. Black people can get you in a can take you in the black dollar can get you in a good position, but you just gotta have something for them to support. Us black people, like we like what's the word I'm looking for? We like professionalism too. We want to be able to shop, and we want, even if somebody's black or whatever, even if the company is black or whatever, we want to be treated good too. So treat them good and they'll keep coming back. That's all I got to say. Thank you. Bye-bye.